Picture this, a face that launched revolutions, the piercing gaze, the unyielding spirit, and the beret-clad icon of defiance, Che Guevara. His image is immortal, plastered across murals, t-shirts, and protest banners all over the world. To some, he's a hero for the oppressed, to others, a symbol of radical change. But here's the twist. What if I told you that this legendary revolutionary once set foot on Sri Lankan soil? Yes, you heard me right. In August 1959, just 31 years old, Ernesto Che Guevara arrived in what was then known as Ceylon. But why was he here? Was it a simple diplomatic visit, or was there something deeper lurking behind this trip? And what if I told you that a tree he planted still stands today, nearly 6 decades later? Join me as we uncover the untold story of Che Guevara's historic visit to Sri Lanka, an encounter that forged a close friendship between Cuba and Sri Lanka that endures to this day. But before we dive into the heart of this largely overlooked sojourn, let's take a step back and understand who Che Guevara really was. He was no ordinary revolutionary. Born in Argentina, Guevara was a doctor, a military strategist, an author, and even a diplomat. His role in the Cuban Revolution was pivotal, fighting alongside Fidel Castro to overthrow the US-backed Batista regime. That victory marked the beginning of a new era in Latin American history. But this story is not about politics. It's about a foreign leader who set foot on Sri Lankan soil and in doing so sparked a lasting connection between two countries, Cuba and Sri Lanka, a bond that continues to shape their diplomatic ties. Now let's travel back to August 7, 1959. Colombo Airport was buzzing with activity. A special chartered flight touched down. The doors opened and out stepped Che Guevara, flanked by his delegation. Their destination, the iconic Galle Face Hotel, which played host to Che and his entourage. But this was no ordinary visit. Che was on a mission, one with multiple objectives. First, to strengthen diplomatic ties with Ceylon, one of the first countries to recognize Cuba's revolutionary government. But that was just the beginning. His second goal, well, to convince Sri Lankan businessmen to continue importing Cuban sugar despite the economic turbulence Cuba was facing after the revolution. But the real twist, his third mission, took him far beyond Colombo, deep into the heart of Sri Lanka's countryside. Che and his entourage made their way to a quiet town called Puranam. Their destination, the Yahalakale rubber estate, sprawling across 1,600 acres. Here, estate owner J.C.D. Pires hosted the delegation at the request of the then Governor General of Ceylon, Sir Oliver Gunatilaka. But before embarking on the estate tour, Che was treated to a traditional Sri Lankan breakfast, one that proved the hospitality of our people. Dingiri Mahathir, the estate's caretaker and cook, had no idea what he was in for when he received a late-night request to prepare tea and snacks for foreign VVIPs. What he didn't know was that one of those guests was none other than Che Guevara himself. So what did Che enjoy on that morning? Well, typical Sri Lankan breakfast. Egg hoppers, lunu sambol, and fresh Sri Lankan bananas, which he thoroughly enjoyed. After breakfast, Che Guevara did something that would leave an indelible mark. He planted a mahogany tree. The tree still stands tall today, a silent witness to history. But this wasn't a sightseeing tour, this was business. Che Guevara's sharp mind soaked in the complexities of Sri Lanka's rubber industry. He studied everything: cultivation techniques, processing methods, and the global trade dynamics. Why? As the future Minister of Industries, Che Guevara understood the importance of learning the intricacies of Ceylon's plantation industry, which was a success at the time. This visit wasn't just about diplomacy, it was strategy. And before leaving, Che showed his gratitude. He gifted Dingiri Mahathir, the caretaker, a box of Cuban cigars, an unexpected token of appreciation. But here's an interesting twist. Sri Lanka, or Ceylon as it was known at the time, wasn't the only country Che Guevara visited that year. His journey took him to Egypt, India, Indonesia, and several other countries. His primary focus was on nations that had declared their non-aligned stance at the Bandung Conference in 1955, and Sri Lanka was one of them. During his tour of India, Che Guevara met with several prominent figures, including Indian Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Defence Minister V.K. Krishna Menon, and A.P. Jain, Union Minister of Food and Agriculture. However, details about the officials that Che met in Sri Lanka remain elusive, leaving us with a lingering mystery. Some reports suggest that Che had meetings with Prime Minister S.W.R.D. Bandaranaike and the then Governor General of Ceylon, Oliver Gunatilaka, to discuss trade. But here's the catch. There are no official records, no photographs, and no concrete proof. Did this meeting truly happen? Or did it disappear into the shadows of history? If you ever come across any evidence, feel free to drop a comment below. 1 month after Che's visit on September 26, 1959, Prime Minister S.W.R.D. Bandaranaike was assassinated at his residence Tintagel down Rosford Place, sending shockwaves across the world. Among the many countries that expressed their condolences was Cuba. Che Guevara's visit to Sri Lanka wasn't just a fleeting moment, it was the beginning of a deep and lasting friendship between two countries. Today, Cuba maintains an embassy in Colombo, and Sri Lanka has a resident embassy in Havana. Scholarships, medical aid, and diplomatic ties continue to strengthen the bond first forged in 1959. And that mahogany tree Che planted, it still stands, whispering secrets of a time when a revolutionary walked those lands. A reminder that history is all around us, waiting to be uncovered. Every year, those who revere Che Guevara gather to mark his death anniversary, including politicians and academics. So what do you think about Che Guevara's visit to Sri Lanka? Did you know about this hidden chapter of Sri Lankan history? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this journey, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more untold stories from Sri Lanka's past. Until next time, this is me, Zamir Karim signing off, uncovering history one story at a time.